Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh, okay. So we're back. I don't know if that recorded all the way through. It's kind of weird. We have a new YouTube format. So it said 10 minutes, 14 seconds or something like that. But I didn't quite finish ranting there. A lot of debating going on there. So I'm back to the rant of crossovers. Basically, I just don't like the length of them. I think if you shortened them, um, I wouldn't care if you had all the tie-ins. Then I think if you ran me maybe 4 months for 5 months, if they were actual miniseries, I don't believe a miniseries should go over 10 issues.
Now, am I allowed to
You can
intervene on this?
interrupt.
Okay, we're going to use Anita Blake as an example. How many books does Anita Blake have?
A lot.
Oh,
A
a
lot.
lot.
14.
Okay, should we say, hey, Anita Blake, your story should be done at 10? Harry Potter, should we have said, hey, no, don't do 7, do only 5. The economy is pretty bad, don't do 7, only do 5. Because people can't afford it.
Maybe if she had 5 to 15 tie-ins a week.
Blackest Night had the same amount.
It's less books because it was a shorter series.
Blackest Night even brought back comic books from the past that are no longer running for one full month.
Shorter series equals less books. You can't have as many books,
Okay,
no
so,
matter how many tie-ins there are, because Brightest Day is running every fucking book there is.
So let's say you made a comic book. Do you want the people that are the publishers go, oh, we're sorry, Mark. Your story can't be done because it's too many issues. We're
if it's
sorry.
too many issues, you know what? Don't do as many tie-ins. People aren't going to buy it all. I actually just went to the store and canceled every Brightest Day tie-in.
So you don't want people's stories to be told the way they want it.
You know, it doesn't affect the story, and I have proof. With you saying Justice League and Justice League Generations Lost have nothing to do with the Brightest Day storyline.
Well, they have characters from the Brightest Day.
That's because
I think that's kind of a ripoff, as you say. But
that's what I'm complaining about. I'm buying this to collect all of Brightest Day, yet it has nothing to do with Brightest Day, and it's costing me money. I don't actually collect this book. I collect Brightest Day.
But it's a good story.
But I don't
buy
collect
the thing for the story instead of.
I collect Brightest Day.
Like for myself, I downloaded all of Blackest Night. So for each issue that came out, I was happy. I'm like, yeah. And I remember sitting in the kitchen telling you, hey, Marky, you got 14 comics tied into Brightest Day coming out this month. Oh, Marky, you got 16 comics this month. And you're like, I don't care, the story is good.
And you know why I liked it? A lot of the stories were tying in. The one-shots didn't tie in so much. But this is craziness because here we go with them just taking my money blatantly. This has nothing to do with it, and this is running the full length of Brightest Day.
I don't know if it's going to run the full length.
It's at like what, 5 issues in?
No, 3.
3, okay.
Well, 2 actually.
It says part 3 on it.
Yeah, but part 2 was in Justice Society.
Okay, anyhow, every book is running it. I mean, outside of Jonah Hex and some of the kind of off the beat, kind of off the wall books. And it's just kind of ridiculous. Blackest Night was the same way, but it was a shorter time, and it was more affordable in the fact that you could save up and say, I need this much money. This is running a lot of issues, and it's a huge crossover. I wish that the crossover took place in the crossover, and you could let the Green Arrow books do the Green Arrow books. You could let the Justice League books do the Justice League books. That way, for people that want to read Justice League, you can buy Justice League. For people that want to read Green Arrow, you can read Green Arrow. For people that want to read Flash, you can read Flash. And for people that want to read Green Lantern, all right, I understand that Green Lantern is kind of the basis of Brightest Day. So maybe you might have to buy Brightest Day also. That's not that bad, though.
So you didn't read Batman's No Man Land?
No, I did not.
That was in every Batman book for like a year and a half. And you had to read the other books to understand what was going on. That was an epic Batman story. One of the best Batman stories out.
See, what I'm saying is, I think you could take that epicness and put it in, you know, what's called No Man's Land. You could run a book called No Man's Land and run it as long as you need, and there you go. You don't need all the tie-ins.
Okay, so then Detective Comics with Bruce Wayne gone should not have been made. when they add that woman
Detective
in.
Comics wasn't always Bruce Wayne. He premiered in what, like issue 3 or something?
Yeah.
So no, when he's gone, put another detective in there. Bring back Detective Chimp.
Okay, with Superman, Lex Luthor is now in adventure action.
Right. So
I'm buying those now.
That's a good story. Actually, I'm buying it too.
Yeah.
And I don't think a title has to have a certain character. But what I'm saying is, when you're running a storyline, run your storyline. You don't have to take everybody else's books and add it to your storyline.
That makes it. Well, it used to make it feel epic. Nowadays, it is kind of.
It feels like they're pushing my money, especially when they don't tie in that well.
Yeah, and even Civil War had that feel too.
Civil War didn't even tie in that well, and the whole universe was supposed to be in this book.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't, though.
Yeah, I read every Civil
Basically,
War
Captain
story.
America, Iron Man, and the X-Men were in that book.
And Spider-Man.
There you go. And
that was the main focus.
And then the Civil War actual main book. But Siege was the same way. When Siege was out, it just really ended like 2 months ago. I actually only bought the Siege and Siege Embedded books. I had no plot holes, nothing. The whole story made sense. I actually also collect Thor. And Thor was a main character in Siege. And you know, the Siege Thor books didn't tie in that well. They were like off on their own storyline, and it said Siege right on the fucking title. That is blatantly taking my money because I want to read everything Siege.
Okay, well, back to a Marvel thing. Marvel Zombies. The Avenger people, the Ultimate Avengers, or not Ultimate Avengers, Ultimate Fantastic Four. They have a very important role in it, where there's always crossovers into the Ultimate Avengers.
Right.
So that's almost like, oh, let's not even put them in there. Let's not even do this story. But the story really does tie in with
But see,
it.
I'm not saying don't do the story. What I'm saying is write it all in one book.
But you're basically got 24, 22 pages to do it.
You run it for a longer length then. Run it for 2 years instead of 1 year if you have to get your whole story out.
But what if you have more stories you want to tell?
Then tough. And besides the tie-ins, when you look at the guys writing it, there are all kinds of different writers.
Well, look at this is what I will defend you on one thing for the tie-ins. This is a Justice League America tying in with Justice League or Justice Society of America, tying in to Brightest Day. It's a triple tie-in for one book.
And what I'm saying here is, like, I could understand. Jeff Johns is the guy in charge of Brightest Day here. And if all these said Jeff Johns on them, they would probably all be Brightest Day books. But as saying that these are all different writers, they're not going to be all Brightest Day books, because not everybody knows what the hell he wants to do with Brightest Day.
He wants to make money.
That's all he's caring about. And that's what I'm trying to...
The stories are good. I don't know Flash. I haven't read Flash. But the other stories are good.
But basically, what I'm trying to say here is you would probably be reading these books regardless if they said Brightest Day or not.
Yeah.
So you actually like these stories. It's
right.
Not even necessarily that you like Brightest Day, which you just actually happen to like also.
Well, I just now start to like the Brightest Day main storyline. It's just now,
and it's been real slow going too. So it's a killer saga, and that's really what set me off here. And when I was thinking about it, I was just realized that I hate almost all crossovers. And the only time I fully enjoy a crossover is when it's old and I buy a graphic novel and I don't feel ripped off.
All right, well, God,
I'm done.
Yeah, I wonder how long this damn thing is. We've been bitching at each other for quite a while. We got 1 minute left. Hey, we're going to let the girls come up next. Hopefully they're ready. So, thanks for watching us, whoever does watch us. It doesn't seem like many people watch us. So, like, put us on your MySpace thing. Put us on your Twitter thing. Put us on your Facebook thingy, you know? Like, spread us out, you know? If you like us.
What was that original MySpace thing? Like, get together or something like that? Put us in that.
Yeah.
It's still got to be around.
Yeah, if you like us, you know, tell people about us. If you hate us, well, tell people about us that you hate us and you have them hate us. So, peace out. Girls are next. Watch their videos. They're kicking our videos asses. So, have a good night. Bye.